What's up, guys? Welcome to our channel, Pitch Perfect. Today, we're going to be talking about an amazing event in the sports world. We're going to be talking about Pakistan versus India. These two teams are going head to head in Asia Cup 2023. It's happening in Sri Lanka. It's raining there, but hopefully the game goes on in a few hours and we get to see a banger. Basically, this Pakistan India. This is Pakistan versus India. It's all about. It's a great rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch cricket, if you watch sports, if you're familiar with the world of cricket, you know what Pakistan versus India is all about. I mean, it's probably it's probably the most money making matchup if it happens in big tournaments like Asia Cup or World Cup. So this match that's happening, we're going to be talking about what's going to happen, what might happen, what players are going to be playing, what players we need to be looking out for, who's going to be doing what on the field, how they're going to be. Pakistan and India might play each other at least 3 times this tournament. So I mean, we got our hands full if you look at it. Ans, what do you think? What do you think about this match?
No, I'm very
Where do you think
excited.
this is headed? I mean, I'm excited to watch.
I'm very excited. This is going to be a good one.
Yes, it's happening at 3 a.m. here in Calgary. It's gonna be late. It's gonna be an early morning.
But we'll be up. We'll be up watching.
We'll be up watching it.
You know.
But
so
yes.
we're good. We're very excited, very ready.
Absolutely.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
Last time, my boy Haris got hit for a shot. I think it's redemption time.
It's redemption time.
He needs to win this game for Pakistan.
Yes.
Bring it back and see them again in top 4 and repeat essentially. So
Absolutely.
I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope the rain stays away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need that rain coming in and messing up the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Last time 2019 World Cup, that was definitely one of the factors that caused the loss.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about it. Out of the last 5 games, India
Mm-hmm.
has won 4.
Mm-hmm.
Pakistan's only won the infamous 2017 Champions Trophy
in 50 overs. Yes.
in 50 overs, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I'm really excited.
To
sum it up. I'm really
excited. And what's it called? This time it's people usually talk about how Pakistan's coming in with a bowling heavy side usually in these games, and India's coming in with the batting heavy side. This is not an ordinary match. This is where both teams are coming in with full artillery, batting, bowling, everybody. It's spinning tracks, like subcontinent pitches. They always have something good for the spinners. Both teams have quality spinners. Both teams have quality batsmen. It's not like one team is lacking in one part of the game. Both coming in absolutely guns blazing. In the previous matches, Pakistan has performed exceptionally well against teams like Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. India is coming off of a little bit of a shaky game, shaky performances against teams like West Indies.
Yeah.
But you know what India is all about. Everybody knows what Indian cricket is all about.
Yeah, I think they missed out by not playing their best 11.
Yeah.
Versus West Indies.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a thing that bites them. I feel like in this tournament, because if you look at Pakistan's performance in the last series against Afghanistan, Nepal, it's been very consistent playing 11. A lot of people talk about it. Why don't they play players off the bench? I think they're just going for consistency at this point.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to be a big factor, a big miss on India's part, where their players are not game ready. You can do all the net practice. But if you're not game ready, it definitely against a quality bowling lineup like Pakistan.
Absolutely. If you talk about Indian batting, Indian batsmen that are coming off of injuries like Shreyas Iyer.
So KL Rahul is missing the first 2 games. Speaking of Shubman Gill, he's almost at 700 runs in the last 10 games. Damn. He's definitely in the nick that he needs to be. But there is also pressure that comes with playing against Pakistan and vice versa. Pakistan playing against India. There's a lot of guys that are playing for the first time against the particular side, and that's going to be the testing times. Really test your character as a player as to how you come out of it and perform against a side like that. It really sets you up for the tournaments to come. There's the World Cup coming up.
Exactly.
Pakistan might play them in Super 4 again, and then maybe in the finals, depending on how that goes, which I predict would most likely happen. So, this will set the trend for this essentially an unofficial series between Pakistan and India. So
roughly, I think Pakistan might play India at least two, minimum two, and if things go right, I'm hoping things go right, then they might play each other 3 times.
Just
Just in this
in this
tournament,
tournament,
Asia
yeah.
Cup. So
So
I mean, somebody's going to be making a lot of money, and
yeah,
and for the
those
viewers, yes, the viewers
those
are going to
betting
be having.
sites are going crazy.
Yeah. Somebody's going to be betting big money on this.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the squads. Since we're
Yes.
talking about the squads, let's talk about the squads. What do you think about Pakistan squad going in? Uh, do you think there could have been any maybe minor changes? Because I don't think Pakistan needs to have more than a few amendments into the team. But what do you think? Do you think there could have been changes, or do you think the squad that they're going in with against Team India? I think they've officially announced the squad for
Yes,
Team Pakistan.
yeah.
Right?
They
So
announced it Friday night. Actually, they're
yes,
very confident with their 11, which
yes,
is great. You know,
yeah.
great to see. I personally would like to see Mohammad Haris replace Agha Salman.
Okay,
Makes
sense.
Just for the X
Me too.
factor.
Yes,
Just for the X factor, and he's
yeah,
a gun fielder. Like
yes,
there's Shadab and him
yeah,
really set the trend,
yes,
and Fakhr Zaman as well.
yes,
They really set the trend on the field, and you need that. That
yeah,
could be the difference between winning and losing.
yes,
Just having that extra fielder that really just outperforms the
yes,
team, just running boundary to boundary, making that extra effort for that catch. And Haris is that guy.
yeah,
That's the only change I would make is Haris for Agha.
yes,
Agha being in there, it is a spinning track. It is Sri Lanka. Gives you that fourth spinner, and you just never know with a batting side like India. You may need to use 7 bowlers. You know, somebody might not be on point that day. Who's your pick of the bowlers at a Pakistani side?
I would have to go with either Naseem Shah or Haris Rauf. I mean, Shaheen Afridi, come on, man. Everybody knows what he's all about. He is a weapon and a half in the Pakistani bowling brigade. Watch out for these guys. These guys are going to be taking the bulk of the wickets down in the death overs.
Yeah, no, I think Naseem Shah definitely will be the pick for me.
Yeah.
Just because of the old ball movement that he gets off the seam.
Yeah.
With the new ball, obviously, he gets a lot of swing. If he's able to control that early on with the overcast conditions, that's going to be the factor. That's going to be the guy to watch out for.
Naseem Shah.
I think also because they're going to be so focused on Shaheen,
yes,
that he could be that guy. As cricketers ourselves, you know, if one guy is the guy the team's watching, it's usually the other guy that wraps it up.
Yeah.
You know, so that's going to be Naseem Shah for me. For sure.
Yeah. Honestly, I would put this bowling lineup of Pakistan, especially for pacers. I think I would put him up among the top of the top in the world.
Definitely.
But with the likes of Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And last 8 games between Shaheen and Haris alone, they have 32 wickets.
Exactly.
Last 8 games. So that's tells you that they are wicket takers. Low economy. They don't go for a lot of runs. I mean, Haris does sometimes, but he's definitely improved.
He's improved a lot. Yes, he's improved
over the last few years. He's really improved his game as to not giving away those extra boundaries. And he does need the redemption against our main man Kohli.
Yes.
From the last World Cup game.
He got whooped.
That last over, that 6 still haunts us, you know. But that's okay. He's gonna come back.
But yes, so now talking about the dangers of Pakistani bowling, let's switch sides here. Let's talk about Indian squad and how their batsmen are looking, and how do you think? Because honestly, as much as I like Indian batsmen and their batting styles, they have always had troubles against Pakistani opening bowlers. Let's say starting from Wasim Akram Mukhar, Yunus Shoaib Akhtar, the likes of them, and then coming down to Mohammad Amir that has really troubled batsmen like Kohli and Rohit Sharma in the opening spell.
It's usually the left armer that troubles them. Early on, especially the one coming in, a lot of them do struggle on that. But they are in good nick.
Who do you think is going to be opening the batting for Team India? Shubman with Rohit, or is it going to be? You think it's going to be Ishan Kishan that might take that spot?
I think Ishan might come 3 and Kohli
Ishan coming at 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to lengthen their batting, I think Ishan will be 3. Shubman, Rohit to start. And the sad thing about Pakistan team is whenever there's a new batsman that usually ends up performing against us for whatever reason. We've given starts to so many people, so many players that go on to become like world class players just because they
perform
started
against Pakistan.
they perform
Yeah.
against Pakistan and they go ahead and
Yes.
just get that confidence
And
level
rightly
going.
so. I mean, Pakistan versus India is the biggest blockbuster in the sports industry, right?
Yeah.
The World Cup match between Pakistan and India was amongst the
Most
biggest in the
watched.
revenue
Yeah.
in the revenue generation,
Yeah.
you can say. And if somebody's performing in that, that means he's got some skills
Yeah.
to handle themselves on the international arena, right?
Yeah.
In the field of cricket. But like I said, Indian squad looking a little compromised with the batting. What is what I mean to say is because um, they will be very uh, fragile with how they set up their batting, in especially with the top order, right?
Yeah.
If Ishan Kishan is playing, uh, do you really want to take that number 3 spot from Virat Kohli and put Ishan Kishan in there, who's a very good batsman, but he's only made his 50 over debut last year, and he's very new to this scene, right? So Virat Kohli, if you want to take that number 3 spot from Kohli, then you have to be sure that the guy who's replacing Kohli at that spot is going to be doing his job.
I think Kohli
How would you
probably voluntarily give that up just to have that. Well, first of all, you don't the speed and the swing that Pakistani bowlers bowl with, right, could trouble Kohli early on. So having Ishan Kishan as 3 gives Kohli that a little bit of room to get to the older ball, get to the spinners. So that also adds to possibly their success, right? So who do you think is going to be the performer for India, though?
Okay, so what I think is that I think India is going to go with Shubman and Rohit in the top, and then 3 with Virat, and then.
But who's the guy that's going to be the performer?
And then
that's obviously you can't write off Kohli, right?
And then
besides Kohli, who do you think is going to score?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. And Shreyas Iyer will be coming in at 4th. Then 5, I think, will be Surya Kumar Yadav, and then 6 coming in with Pandya, and then Jadeja, and then so on and so forth, depending on who they play. If they decide to play Akshar Patel, then he will probably be coming in at number 9, depending on how many. If they go with, because I don't think Shami and Siraj and Bumrah are going to be all playing together.
No, I think they'll play 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think Shami most likely sitting.
I think Shami's probably going to be sitting.
Yeah, I think they'll go with Bumrah and Siraj.
Agreed.
Yeah, but you still haven't told me who's going to perform. Who's the batsman? Who's your pick?
My batsman, obviously, you can't. I mean, King Kohli. Kohli's king for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's always. There's no denying that he has always performed against Pakistan. At least 60 to 70% of the games that he has played against Pakistan, he's been the man. And so, and again, I would put him again into that category where you gotta look, you really gotta do your homework when you're bowling to a guy like Kohli.
Of course.
But then a dark horse could be Jadeja, and my top three killers from Team India are going to be for this tournament, and probably for the World Cup coming up is going to be Kohli, Jadeja, and Pandya. These 3 are my most. I think these are the most lethal arrows that the Team Indian squad possesses.
So you have Kohli and Jadeja performing.
Kohli, Jadeja, and Pandya. I think if Pakistan needs to beat India, they need to really do their homework against these 3.
I think Pakistan might be okay if those 3 are the only one performing, because that means their top order has flopped. Like the entire top order has flopped. If that's the case, that means they're scoring 220, 240.
That too, or 220, 240. I think if it's gonna be a rain hit match where it's been raining, I think it's gonna be 240, 250. But if those 3 perform against Pakistan, let's say if 2 out of those 3 people perform, like say Pandya and Kohli perform, and they go on to score. Let's say if Kohli scores a 70, 80, and then Jadeja down the order scores a quick 40, which he usually does, then the rest of the team just has to pitch in another 100 to 140, 150 runs to put up a decent score. And I think Indian batting has very quality batting, unless they flop, unless Pakistani bowling comes up extraordinarily effective against these guys. I think they can. I think they have a chance if 2 out of these 3 players, Kohli, Jadeja, and Pandya, they score, they perform among them. I think India has a really good chance of putting up a good total and also taking wickets because Pandya and Jadeja are also pretty decent bowlers.
That's true. That is true. Jadeja is one of the key. Mm-hmm. He's like the
Yeah.
Shadab of India,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
he's an all-round player.
Yes.
Fielding, batting, bowling, he does it all.
Yeah.
Definitely the guy to watch out for.
So it's also going to be dependent on the toss.
Yeah. So what would you do first if you won the toss?
If I was Pakistan,
if you're Pakistan, what do you do?
If I was Pakistan, I would chase against India. Yes. I believe in Pakistani bowling.
So why wouldn't you defend them?
No, clean them up.
To clean them up early?
Clean them up early.
Okay.
Low total. Long tournament. Figure out what Indian batting is made up of in the same go. If it was Pakistan like 6-7 years ago, I'd be like bat first.
Right.
Because the batting was not at where it's at right now.
You're willing to put the pressure on the batsman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can handle it. I think Pakistani batting. I mean, I don't know if you saw the second ODI against Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They really chased it down.
They really chased it down.
So I have complete trust in their batting prowess, and I would tell them to go chase.
Back to the Pakistan squad now. Who is your top three? We'll go with the same trend.
Yeah.
Top three performers, not for the World Cup, just for this particular game.
For this particular game.
This game, who do you think is coming through for Pakistan?
For Pakistan, I believe it has to be Babar Azam.
Of course.
Shadab Khan and Naseem Shah. These three I will be putting up in my top three as the most the people to watch out for.
Naseem the batsman or Naseem the bowler?
Naseem the both. Naseem the both. I can say as a bowler, but like the stats will prove me wrong. The game,
you never
many
know.
games will prove me wrong.
He's definitely a match winner.
He's definitely a match winner. So
you never know.
In bowling, Naseem Shah is lethal.
Yeah,
he is absolutely lethal with his pace, with his line and length. He's just amazing. And also, what's it called? You can say Fakhar Zaman. I've yet to see a little bit more from him recently. But with Fakhar Zaman, what it is basically everybody knows what he's capable of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the Champions Trophy, he single-handedly won us that game. Not single-handedly.
6 years ago.
6 years ago, yes, you're right. But the caliber, the class will always be with a.
True.
There's a reason why he's in the team.
No, he's definitely a guy.
He has put trust in him because he can do damage, right?
Yeah. No, he's a guy you can rely on.
Yeah.
I feel like in the last Afghanistan series as well as the Nepal game, he hasn't really come off.
Yes.
I agree. He has scored 500 runs in the last 10 games. Still, somehow managed to score 500 runs.
Yes.
Despite flopping in those games. But I think he's not. Confidence will be low, is all I'm saying. His confidence is not going to be that high. Imam is another guy to watch out for.
But yes, Fakhar Zaman not improving, but watch out for him in the big games that matter.
True.
I believe.
True.
Where he could completely surprise us.
Yeah.
I would not have him if the likes of Babar Azam, Rizwan, Shadab Khan, and down the middle order, a few other batsmen were there. I would probably be trying out something else. But with this batting lineup, I think he fits in,
right?
And I think he might do damage, like I said, where it matters.
So worst case scenario, game gets washed out.
Yes,
and
that would be sad.
Then it'd be very sad. I would be heartbroken. But that brings us.
That
down.
Means I get to go to sleep early, but still.
But that brings us down to then you have India in a very interesting situation where Nepal games becomes like a must-win
game for India.
And teams like Nepal, teams like or Afghanistan back in the day, they always had that X factor where they were able to upset some of the teams.
I mean, look what happened in the World Cup where Netherlands
exactly.
So India. I mean, sorry, all the Indian fans watching. I don't mean to put salt on the wounds, but hey, that happens.
That happens. So
that happens. Happens to Pakistan too.
I really hope it doesn't because I'd love to see India in the top game in the playoffs, in the semifinal, final. Would love to see them again and again in this tournament, all the way down to the finals.
Yeah. So amazing. Like I said, amazing game coming up.
Yeah.
How about let's wrap it up? This is pre-match, so let's wrap it up with your win prediction. Who do you think is going to win? And also give our viewers a little bit of little spice. What do you think? Who's going to bat first? And How much do you think they're going to be scoring?
I think I have Pakistan batting first,
Okay.
winning the toss, just
Okay.
because they did so well
Mhm.
against Nepal
Mhm.
and against Afghanistan
Okay.
in those games.
Mhm.
Pakistan batting first, putting the
Mhm.
pressure on their bowlers,
Yeah.
which are more experienced, more variety in their
Yeah.
bowling as well.
Yeah.
And batting first, scoring about 260, 270, and defending it to win.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
What about yours?
That's a pretty good prediction. I have Pakistan winning 2 in my head. I think Pakistan's gonna be chasing down 250, 250, 240, 250. I think Pakistan might. I think India might win the toss, choose to bat first, get restricted to 240,
You
250.
also have to keep in mind it is overcast conditions.
Yeah.
So that's gonna play into the factor of the decision when it comes to would you, because not many teams like to bat first when it's overcast because the ball is going to be moving, especially with the Pakistan bowling. The ball is going to be moving a lot. It's going to be really hard to get your bat on in line with the ball.
Agreed.
So that's why I'm saying Pakistan's going to bat first. India wins the toss, puts Pakistan into batting, but it's going to backfire. I have a feeling.
Nice. And like I said, yes, for me, it's going to be India. I think batting first, going for trying to put up a good total, but I think they will be restricted to 245, 250. I think Kohli will score a half century. I don't know about anyone else. I'll have to see that. And then I think Pakistan will chase that down. I think it's going to be a nail biter too. I think it's probably going to go down to 44, 45th over, where Pakistan chases it down with 3 wickets or 4 wickets in hand. Let's see.
We'll see. We'll find out.
We'll see. So, guys, stay tuned for the post match.